The cost of cheating. Chinedu had always been a bright student, but recently, his grades had been slipping. With West Africa Examination Council approaching, the pressure to succeed weighed heavily on him. His parents constantly reminded him that failure was not an option. His teachers stressed the importance of studying hard, and his classmates were deep in revision. One afternoon, in the bustling classroom of Victory Model College, Lagos, Mr. Ardawil stood before the students. His voice was firm as he wrote West Africa Examination Council 2025 on the board. "Success is earned, not stolen. Hard work always wins," he declared, scanning the room. Chinedu sighed, staring at his untouched textbook. His classmate, Aisha, turned around and offered, "If you need help, I can tutor you." Before he could answer, Kundal, his best friend, leaned in. "Forget that. I have a better plan." That evening, Kunal pulled Chinedu aside under the old mango tree in the schoolyard. "I have a plug," he whispered. "Real Wheat Africa Examination Council questions. You just have to pay." Chinedu hesitated. He knew cheating was wrong, but the fear of failing and disappointing his parents clouded his judgment. "Are you in or not?" Kunal pressed. After a long silence, Chinedu nodded. "I'm in, on the morning of the exam." Chinedu felt the weight of his decision. His hands trembled as he hid the small sheet of answers in his pocket. The exam hall was silent except for the sound of pens scratching paper. The external invigilator, a stern man in glasses, paced the aisles. Chinedu took a deep breath and carefully unfolded his cheat sheet. He glanced at Kunal, who was secretly typing on his phone under the desk. "Then you there? Stand up." The invigilator's voice rang out. Kunal froze. The man snatched his phone, his face darkening as he scrolled through the messages. Murmurs spread through the hall. Another teacher approached Chinedu. "Empty your pockets." His heart pounded as he slowly pulled out the tiny piece of paper. Silence, then the words that would change everything. "You're both disqualified." A week later, Chinedu sat in his living room as his mother read the official letter aloud. "Your ward, Chinedu Okafor, has been found guilty of examination malpractice. His West Africa Examination Council results have been cancelled, and he is barred from future exams for 2 years." Tears filled her eyes. His father simply shook his head in disappointment. Meanwhile, at the airport, Aisha boarded a flight to the United Kingdom. Having earned a full scholarship, she had studied honestly and now had the future Chinedu had once dreamed of. A year later, Chinedu sat alone in a small community center, watching the television screen. Aisha was giving a speech at her university graduation. She spoke about perseverance, honesty, and the rewards of hard work. Chinedu clenched his fists. He had last year of his life, but he had learned a lesson. He couldn't change the past, but he could shape his future. He turned to the younger students before him. "Cheating cost me my dreams," he said. "Don't make the same mistake." And this time, he meant every word.